What's up, you guys? Isaac with a Chance here. This is a different video today because I want to tell y'all this. A lot of Transformers fans are really excited for this. Here is the new title for Transformers 7, and that is Transformers Rise of the Beast. Now, this is the title. That they released. And I'm so excited for this. So I was looking at when I was looking at the title, I was on YouTube like the other day, and I saw this title. I saw the title for Transformers Rise of the when I first saw the title for Transformers Rise of the Beast, I almost lost my mind and got so happy, got excited, and I was shocked. I said, "Oh my God, a new title." Lucky it's not Beast Alliance, because, Transformers Beast Alliance is a working title, which I didn't really know. I'm like, I thought they were going to keep the title, but no. They didn't keep the title. They changed it to something else called Transformers Rise of the Beast. So that's the title for Transformers, for Transformers 7. So let's pop into it, shall we? So the title is Transformers Rise of the Beast. It says the seventh live-action movie by Hasbro, eOne, and Paramount Pictures. And here is the release date. The release date is June 24th, 2022. That is 1 year away. Transformers Rise of the Beast is coming out June 24th, 2022. That's 1 year away. That means it comes out next year. Next June, the movie will be out in theaters. So I think that's really exciting to see a release date. The release date for Transformers Rise of the Beast. And I'm like, I'm surprised they did not. I'm surprised they didn't delay this movie. Surprised. At least they kept it June 24th, 2022, which I actually knew they were gonna keep the release date for Transformers 7, June 24th, 2022. Lucky they did not delay it at all. Thank God. So, speaking of this movie, speaking of Transformers Rise of the Beast, it says the events of the movie will take place in the year 1994. Location: Peru. In location, shooting will take place in Picchu. Okay, I can't pronounce that name well. Which I don't know where that place is. In Canada, and it says Canada will stand in for Brooklyn, New York, and that's it. So here's the location. And yes, they're gonna have like the location in Peru and some other and other locations, and including Machu Picchu. Okay, I never heard that place before. I never seen the word at all. I never seen the word before. But yes, they're gonna be taking place in 1994. But what day? I mean, I wouldn't say what day, or I shall say what month. What month in 1994? They're going back to nostalgic ways. They're probably going to bring us. They're going to bring us back to the 1990s. Now, this movie does take place after the events of Bumblebee, even though this is a follow-up to. I actually heard this is a follow-up to Bumblebee. This is mostly. I'm like, yeah, but to my opinion, it's both sequel to Bumblebee, both follow-up to Bumblebee. But speaking of sequel, this is most, to my opinion, it's a standalone sequel. This is a standalone sequel to. This is most, to my opinion. My opinion is this is a standalone sequel to Bumblebee. But mostly this is a follow up to Bumblebee. But I said, well, to my opinion, this is. But also this, to my opinion, it is a follow up to Bumblebee. But it's also, to my opinion, a standalone sequel to Bumblebee. So yeah, because the movie takes place entirely in 1994. In Bumblebee, the movie took place in 1987. That's nice. It took place in 1987, but now this movie takes place in 1994, which means takes place in the year 1994, so takes place in the 90s. So I'm surprised we got the locations on here. Yes, the movie will take place in sometimes in Peru, Canada, and Machu Picchu, whatever you want to call that word, and in Canada and Brooklyn, New York. So I'm like, yeah, that's nice. So that's cool, right? And to my opinion, yes, like I said, this is mostly a standalone sequel. If y'all remember, this movie called We Can Be Heroes on Netflix. It's a standalone sequel to The Adventures of Shark Boy and Lava Girl. But with this movie, to my opinion, it's mostly a follow-up and a standalone sequel to Bumblebee. So that's all I gotta say. So right here it does say it says warning spoilers. And I'm like, no, I am not gonna get into that. Nope, not gonna happen. So let's get into the characters. Hold on a moment. So let's get into the Transformers themselves this time. So let's get into the Transformers. It says Transformers. So with this, it says Maximals, and Predacons. It says Maximo and Predacons will be prominently featured in the movie. Also, we will see Terracons. Predacons and Terracons are not the allies. Terracons are the main baddies. Yep. So it means they're the main villains of the movie. Predacons are reptilian in nature and are the enemies of the Maximals. And well, meanwhile, Terracons are a threat to them all, but more in opposition to the Autobots. It means this is actually, I think that I like this. It means the Terracons are going to be the main bad guys in this movie. And I said, well, that's cool. The Terracons are going to be in the movie for the first time. So we never seen any Terracons in the Transformers Michael Bay movies at all. We didn't see them in Bumblebee. We didn't see them in Transformers Prime or any other Transformers TV series probably. But they are going to be in this movie for the first time. What I'm most excited about this is the Terracons are the main baddies. Maximals and Predacons, yes, they are going to be in the movies. They are going to be in the movie, actually, which I meant to say. For Maximals and Predacons, they're going to be in the movie. But my only question is, what are the Maximals and Predacons? What are they going to look like? Are they going to look like, their Beast Wars actual selves from the Beast Wars cartoon? Are they going to take all the Beast Wars characters, Maximals and Predacons, out of the animated cartoon and into the live action movie as CGI versions of themselves for the first time, like we saw some G1 characters in Bumblebee? So I'm hoping they're gonna give us Maximals and Predacons as their actual selves. I'm hoping they'll give us actual Maximals and Predacons. I'm hoping they'll look like their actual not G1. They're Beast Wars actual selves from the 1990s cartoon series Transformers Beast Wars. Terracons, on the other hand, to my opinion, Terracons who were G1 characters in the Transformers G1, they are going to be in this movie, but what are the Terracons going to look like? Are they going to be G1 characters? Yes or no? I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping we'll get a chance to see the Terracons as G1 characters. So if not, they'll probably be different. I don't know what the Terracons are going to look like in the movie. We'll see. So for the characters right here, starting off, Optimus Prime is the lead character, and his alt mode is an upgraded version of the G1 look from the Bumblebee movie. Think B movie Earth mode. With a gray torso, gray windshield flaps, and gray upper shoulder parts that lead into the smokestacks. Peter Cullen will once again resume his voice acting duties. and also this will show how Optimus becomes the leader that he well leader he was in the Bay movies. Why does he have connection to Earth and humans? I don't know, but yes, Optimus will stay as a G1 version of himself, but yes, it says Optimus Prime is going to be the lead character of the movie. And I'm like, well, you know what this means? Optimus is getting his backstory in this movie. But I was like, and speaking of the backstory, the movie is actually going to show us how Optimus became the leader of the Autobots. And I'm like, does this mean we'll end up seeing Orion Pax? Does this mean who those G1 characters have seen or not seen Orion Pax? This is Orion Pax. Orion Pax from Transformers G1. Now, my only question is, are we gonna see Orion Pax in G1 form, or they're just gonna like, you know what, let's skip Orion Pax and let's give Optimus or something. Let's give Optimus. Let's give the fans to show how Optimus become the leader of the Autobots or whatever. And I'm like, well, if y'all say, like, let's say they saved Orion Pax for later, I'm okay with it. But I don't know if Orion Pax may or may not be in the movie, but he might. We don't know how many backstories. This might show a flashback. It is going to show some of the backstory, or at least one or two backstories of Optimus Prime's backstory of how did he end up being the leader of the Autobots, and how did he end up betraying Megatron, or I should say Megatronus. But I'm like, well, I don't know if we're going to see Megatron and Megatronus in the movie. We just don't know. I don't know if Megatron is going to be in the movie or not. I don't know. I mean, that's too soon to tell if Megatron's going to be in the movie. I mean, if Megatron's going to be in the movie, if both Megatron and Megatronus are going to be in the movie, they'll probably show that backstory of how Optimus became the leader of the Autobots of some sort, even though, I don't know. I mean, I'm really surprised that that Optimus is gonna be the main lead character of this movie. But I was like, well, he can't just be the main. I'm like, well, this is mostly gonna focus. I think this is gonna mostly focus on Optimus Prime himself and his backstory of how it all started. It'll probably take us all the way back of how it all started. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, we'll see. Let's see when the movie comes out, and hopefully when the trailer comes out. I just don't know. And yes, he is connected to the humans, and Earth and humans. I think this means he wants to make sure all humans, the human race, and Earth, and also Earth, make sure the humans and Earth are safe from the Decepticons or any other Decepticons teams they have, including the Terracons themselves, including the Predacons. Well, no, I don't know. But, I don't know. But, Optimus was the leader of the Autobots in the Michael Bay Transformers movies. To my opinion, yes, he was the leader of the Autobots in the Bay films. But my only problems with the Bay film that Optimus was not in the movie all that much. Optimus is going to get more in the spotlight in Transformers Rise of the Beast. I think this is a good title. I mean, I meant to say, I think this is a good time to see Optimus if he's going to get more screen time in the movie. And I'm hoping this movie should not just focus on him, but the robots. See? That's it. So, I think that's it. Hopefully, let's see what happens. Next up, Bumblebee. It says, Bumblebee is a classic Camaro with a off-road extensions. Sorry. Second gen 70s Camaro raised. Z28 badging. External framing. Chunky wheels. Yeah, chunky wheels. Light bar on top, a law of ratchet, which I don't know what that means. I don't know what they wrote there. But yes, Bumblebee is going to be in this movie. They're going to introduce Bumblebee in the movie. But I was like, well, at least Bumblebee want to be in the movie. Bumblebee is going to have a new... I think this means they're going to give him... They're probably going to keep his actual head sculpt from the movie, from Transformers Bumblebee. I mean, because Bumblebee has been going through a lot of changes, just like Optimus Prime has gone through some changes in the Bay films. Like Optimus Prime and Bumblebee mostly were the only ones who's been going through some changes in the Bay films. I mean, now Bumblebee is gonna get, even though Bumblebee is gonna have his Camaro look that we saw briefly in Transformers 1, the 1970s Camaro that we mostly saw in Transformers 1. Now with Bumblebee right here, this Bumblebee is gonna, at least he's gonna have his Camaro form, but he's gonna have like chunky wheels, and some. I think they're gonna make his vehicle mode a lot more extra cool, so that's cool. But I want to know what the robot mode's gonna look like. I don't think the robot mode's gonna look like the one that we saw at the end of Bumblebee. I don't know. We'll see. And next up, Mirage. It says Mirage is a silver and blue Porsche 911. Is a Porsche 911. His characterization is familiar to Transformers: Age of Extinction Crosshairs. Anti-authority or whatever. Anti-authority can transform into multiple types of vehicles. Multi-vehicles. Not sure if they... Not sure we're talking his history in brand or actually in this movie. Well, I don't know about this. I know what you guys are gonna ask. Why not Jazz? Yeah, where's Jazz? Why not Jazz? Okay. Well, the thing is, Jazz was actually introduced in Transformers 1. Yes, that's a plus. But Mirage looking like this. Mirage is gonna be a portrait. It's gonna be a Porsche car. It's gonna be a Porsche vehicle mode with silver and blue. I think this means he's gonna have like either like a blue vehicle mode. I don't even know what he's gonna look like, but I'm like, well, Mirage looking like that. I don't know. I mean, why can't y'all just give him his actual G1 look that we saw in the cartoon in Transformers G1? I was like, well, that's not, I don't understand what's going on right here, but I think they're gonna give him his G1 look, and that's what I want. And it does say he'll transform into multiple types of vehicles, and I'm like, what does that even mean? Well, I think it means he's gonna scan some of the. It means he's gonna scan. I'm sorry. It means he's gonna scan. It means he's gonna scan at least some vehicles from 1990s vehicles, and I'm like, I hope he scans a race car. He needs to scan a race car. Yes, he needs to scan a race car. I don't know. We'll see what's gonna happen. I don't know what Mirage is gonna look like, even though what they told us, but they're not gonna show us yet until probably when the trailer comes out, or maybe when they release the photos of what Mirage is gonna look like. We'll see. Next up, RC. It says RC's robot mode is close to G1 and is a Ducati 916 motorcycle. It says red rose, pink and white highlight. Classic head sculpt, Ducati bike, racing numbers on leg. I think this is really interesting for RC. Now, RC will be introduced in the movie. Yes. Actually, no. Take that back. We did see RC briefly in Transformers Bumblebee. We saw RC. I think RC made a little bit of a cameo and gone, and that's it. Like, RC as a G1 character in Transformers Bumblebee actually really surprised me. So they're gonna give RC a motorcycle. They're gonna give her a motorcycle. They're gonna give her a motorcycle form for the first time, or maybe for the second time. I guess I don't know. But as a G1 character, she's gonna get a motorcycle as a G1 character for the first time. And yes, they're gonna. I'm like, well, her color. They actually said her color scheme, or her like her headlights and stuff. But I was like, wait, what about the actual color on her body, her head sculpt? They said they're gonna give her a G1 classic head sculpt from Transformers Bumblebee, and I'm saying that's a good thing. But I don't know what RC is gonna look like. Even though for what I just said, RC is gonna be a motorcycle. RC was briefly a motorcycle in Transformers 2 Revenge of the Fallen. She was a motorcycle in Transformers Prime. But as a G1 character being a G1 RC being a motorcycle, I think that's really interesting. I think that'd be really cool. What do you guys think of RC as a G1 character being a motorcycle for the first time? I think that's really, really cool. Next up, Nightbird. It says Nightbird is included as a Nissan GTR. She is also a Terracon. Pearlish gray in color. She is a modernized the G1 character, which that's good. G1 character of the same name. Good. Face mask with robo looking HUD. And switched sides and elegance are flexible. Nightbird's gonna be in the movie. Now, some of y'all have never seen or heard of Nightbird, but this is Nightbird right here from Transformers G1. She was actually in the cartoon. Now she's gonna be in a live action character, and I'm like, well, it means she's gonna be a Terracon. Excuse me. So this time she's gonna be a Terracon, not a Decepticon. And they are probably gonna give her G1 look. I just don't know if they're gonna give her a G1 look. Actually, to me, it says she is a modernized version of the G1 character of the same name. And I'm like, whoa, does this mean? I'm like, are y'all gonna give her her actual G1 look? I mean, I don't know what the color scheme's gonna look like. They never even told me. They never told us about the color scheme, which is my only problem. I'm like, I hope she's gonna have the same exact color scheme that she had in the cartoon. I have no idea. All I know is I want to see what Nightbird's gonna look like. Now, Nightbird is cool. I mean, it's great to see her in the movie, but we'll have to see what she looks like. Even though they did tell us, but they're not gonna show us yet. Right here for Scourge, it says Scourge is the leader of the Terracons and is a trophy hunter like Lockdown from Transformers: Age of Extinction. When he kills, he rips the faction insignias and tattoos off into his tattoos them into his body. Sorry about that. Four smokestacks on his back. Well, 4 smokestacks on back, which they mean on his back. It says all smoking. Claw hand with electricity. Black and gray tone with orange pops. Weird, right? I don't know what that means. I don't know. It says not black convoy looking, but probably a truck due to smokestacks in art. So yeah, that's it. So with this, for what they said about Scourge, I think even though Scourge, I think to my opinion, he is the leader. They said he is the leader of the Terracons, and then I said to myself, why is he the leader of the Terracons? It does. It probably does. It kind of does make sense or not make sense, but he was. He was. He was. Scourge was actually a G1 character, not a Terracon. He was a Decepticon. He was one of Galvatron's Decepticons in the 1986 Transformers movie. But him, for what they said about him, is going to look different. And I'm like, well, if you're going to make Scourge looking like whatever he's going to look like for what they said, give him his actual G1 head sculpt so that we can recognize who Scourge is. Because Scourge's head sculpt looks like this. Are they going to give him that? I don't know. I have no idea if they're going to give Scourge his actual G1 head sculpt, and I want them to. They better, so we can recognize him. So that's cool for what they're giving him. That's cool for what what they said about him. He is going to be a trophy hunter. He is going to be a trophy hunter like Lockdown from Transformers: Age of Extinction, and that's a good thing. For now, let's get into the Maximals. It says Airazor. Airazor is a robotic bird. Okay, why not a falcon? She was a falcon in the Beast Wars cartoon. Sorry about that. Rusty Bird mode. Steampunk. SQ, whatever you want to call that word. Houghty, whatever you want to call that word too, is very real bird, which they should have said, real world bird, by, plated, layered, looks old, been here a bit, blue glowing eyes. So that's, I don't know. To me, for what they said about Airazor, I think Airazor will be her G. I'm hoping they'll give her actual Falcon mode, even though Falcon is a bird, or they're different from other birds. I don't know, but they said she's going to be a bird, a robotic bird. But I'm like, doesn't mean this bird. It means Airazor's bird mode is going to be made out of metal, like made out of Transformers metal or something like that. But she is going to be a rusty bird. She's going to be a rusty bird mode. I don't know what the robot mode is going to look like. I don't know. But I'm actually really excited to see I'm really excited to see Airazor in the movie. But I said, y'all should give her actual Beast Wars cartoon look and put it in live action form, CGI for the first time. That's what they need to do anyway. So right here for Rhinox. It's Rhinox. It says Rhinox will need no introduction. Also very rhino shaped, plated, and it says also steampunk and rusty, Ironhide like, okay, wants to use his horns again. Looks old, like old metal, and been here a bit. I have no idea what that means. I don't even know what's going. I don't even know what that means. But yes, Rhinox. Rhinox is going to be in the movie for the first time. Yes, they're probably going to give Rhinox his actual Rhino form. But for what they said, he's going to be rusty. He's going to be rusty and steampunked as well. He's going to be steampunked and rusty, and like rusty metal, like old metal of some sort. I don't know. But they're going to have to give him his actual look as well. His actual look from the G1 cartoon. Robot mode and vehicle mode, and same thing with Airazor. So, right, that's enough with Rhinox. So it says, for Optimus Primal, it says fans have seen Optimus Primal before. Remember the last night CGI concept art? Yep. Yes, I do. I remember. and says, but with but with much but with much more fur. He's the leader of the Maximals, of like always. He's the leader of the Maximals and is very protective of those who are under his protection. Um, you 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 don't mess with the Primal. LOL. Yes, don't mess with the Primal. He will get you. Rusty under frame. Looks. Looks like random patches and random patches of his skin and fur layered on top, like he's been through some stuff. He is the leader of the Maximals, equal in statue of statue to Prime. So yeah, if I remember the concept art of Optimus Primal from Transformers: The Last Knight, they were gonna put him. I don't think they were gonna put him in the movie. I thought that was more of a rumors type concept art, CGI, artwork of some sort. But oops, sorry. With Optimus Primal, for what they said about him, I think they're gonna give him his. I think this means they're probably gonna give him his Beast Wars look from the Beast Wars cartoon. I'm not quite sure what he's gonna look like period in the movie, but this is Rise of the Beast though, so Optimus Primal is gonna be in the movie. But I think this means the Autobots might meet the Maximals later on. I'm not quite sure, but for Optimus Primal, it's great to see him. It's great. It's probably gonna be nice to see him in the movie. So let's go down to the human characters. The human characters: Dominic Fishback, Elena, researcher of artifacts, works at museum, means work at a museum. Boss keeps stealing her thunder. And I'm like, I think this reminds me of Vivian Wembley from Transformers: The Last Knight. Yeah, Vivian Wembley played by Laura Haddock. Kinda, but this is something different from Vivian from Transformers: The Last Knight. It says Elena. It means Elena's boss is stealing her thunder. I don't know what that means. It probably means I don't know what that means, but we'll have to wait and see when the movie comes out. So I'm surprised Elena, played by Dominic Fishback, is going to be in the movie. It says Anthony Ramos. Anthony Ramos, father figure to brother, ex-military. Ex-military, trying to find his way, good electronics, trying to get by. He was a Beast Wars guy, named dropped characters, both. It says, both from Brooklyn, happy to mix the Transformers with their real life neighborhood. It says, it does say, hold on a second, let me scroll down a little bit. It says, Ramos got his license from the movie How New York with of him, or NY of him. But there was one question. I think there was either something that they want to tell us can't answer if Beast Wars voice actors will be back. Lots of smiles, hopefully. Well, I think that's really not. I think that's a good question. I think that's a really good state. Kind of like a. I think that's something that fans want to know. The fans want to know if they're gonna bring back the original voice actors. Are we gonna bring back the original voice actors from the Beast Wars cartoon back into the movie by reuniting with their Beast Wars characters that they were in the Beast Wars cartoon after a long time, since the 1994. I'm sorry, since the 1990s. I don't really remember what year Beast Wars came out, but I know it came out in the 90s, maybe. But I think this is something fans probably want to know, if they're going to bring back the original voice actors for the Beast, as by bringing them back, voicing their Beast Wars characters but in live action CGI versions of Beast Wars characters themselves for the first time. We'll see. For the human characters, yes, Noah is played by Anthony Ramos. Anthony Ramos, y'all may know him from the movie In the Heights, the movie I reviewed. And with Dominic Fishback, I don't know what movies or shows she played on. I probably never heard of her. She did look familiar. But Dominic Fishback and Anthony Ramos are the main human leads of this movie. And I think this is going to be really cool that they're going to be in the movie itself. So, with my opinion, I think the human characters, what are the human characters going to do? For what they said, I'm like, are they going to do something else? Like, are they going to meet the Autobots and the Maximals, or the Autobots, and maybe the Maximals later on? Elena and Noah are the main characters. So Noah, played by Anthony Ramos, and Dominic Fishback, who plays Elena. These are the main leads. So I'm not quite sure what they're gonna do. And all I know is for what they said about them, and I'm like, yes, but are y'all gonna have them meet the Autobots for the first time? With the Autobots, I don't know if they're gonna meet the Autobots or they're probably gonna meet Optimus Prime first. So I think that's it. But for Transformers Rise of the Beast, I'm so excited for this movie to come out next year. Next year, June 24th, 2022 is the release date of when Transformers Rise of the Beast will be released in theaters by next June of 2022. So that's mostly exciting for a lot of fans. Am I looking forward to seeing this movie? Yes. I'm so excited to go see this movie but my only question is this movie going to focus on the robots and less focus on the human characters that are going to be in the movie? I don't know. I mean, you know how the Michael Bay Transformers movies are. They focus on the humans and less focus. They have less focus on the robots and more focus on the humans. And I said, no. We need more focus on the robots and less focus on humans. So I know you guys gonna agree with that with me. We need more focus on the robots and less focus on humans. So are they gonna focus on the robots? Are they gonna not change the subject like the other Transformers Michael Bay movies did? But they better not change the subject. They better keep it Rise of the Beast by saying Rise of the Beast means Predacons, Maximals, and Terracons. They better keep it. Well, I don't know if the Terracons are beasts, but mostly Predacons and Maximals. They better keep it that way. Keep it like Rise of the Beast and keep it that way. Y'all know what I mean. So I'm so excited to go see this movie. So they better have more focus on the robots and less focus on humans. We'll see. And I'm so excited to go see this movie on June 24th, 2022. And I can't wait for June 2022. I can't wait for June 2022 to go see this movie. So I think that's about it for this video for Transformers Rise of the Beast. And that's all I gotta say for this different video for Transformers Rise of the Beast. I've been really excited to see this. I'm so excited to go see this movie in theaters. And also too, I can't wait to watch the trailer. I don't know when the trailer comes out. I think the trailer probably comes out in either November or December of this year. We'll see what happens. But I think that's all I gotta say for this video for Transformers Rise of the Beast. So be sure to subscribe, press the notification button, follow me on Instagram, comment down below, and I'll see you on my next video. And thank you for watching.